I keep telling people that leadership is a privilege. You are a leader because people have entrusted their care or their trust in you. You have decided to follow your leadership. So leadership is not a birthright. It's a privilege. And I need to sink this home into your heads. It's so important that people understand that leadership is a privilege, not a right. It's not something that you are entitled to. It's a privilege you have to be a leader. The reason that leaders have to show respect for the people they work with. I've been to organizations and heard people say, oh, I work for this organization. That statement is an archaic statement. You work with the organization. You don't work for. Once you have a mental or a mindset that you work for, you appear as a slave to the organization. But if you work with the organization, you're a partner to the success of the organization. And so you have the right to be respected. I tell people that if your leaders abuse you, walk out of the exit door. Don't let any organization sabotage your creative potential. You are too powerful, intelligent, and wise than you ever thought. No organization or leader has the capacity to limit your potential because it thinks you're not, you deserve the right to be respected. So leadership is a privilege. Now, people are so important because people make things happen. A vision is always channeled through one person, but fulfilled through the efforts of many. And I hope you write that statement down. Vision is always channeled through one person, but fulfilled through the efforts of many. In other words, it takes one person to conceptualize the vision, but it takes the efforts of many people to make the vision happen. If I want to build a financial empire, I need accountants, I need legal advisors, I need cashiers, I need administrators and secretaries, I need different calibers of people to make the dream that I have in my mind happen. So it is the coming together of the different expertise of different categories of people that will eventually make the vision happen. So people make things happen. And leadership is a people-centered business. Let me say this. If you don't have passion for people, you don't qualify to be a leader. Anybody that doesn't have a genuine passion or interest in people doesn't have the right. Yeah, because leadership is people-centered. Now, in the Bible, you read that Moses had difficulties leading the Israelites. He would often have complaints. This person has told him like this person has told him like that. Now, at the point, he lost it. So he told the people to go back and retaliate whatever the people were doing to them. You need a big heart to be a leader. It's a people-centered business. You must deliberately be interested in developing people, in adding value to people's lives. So if you are not passionate about people, you don't have the right to be a leader. Somebody says that the day you ascend leadership, you lose the right to think about yourself. Leaders stop thinking about themselves, they think about other people. So it's no longer about you, it's about what people will benefit from your leadership. Alright. So leadership is the development of visions and strategies, the alignment of the relevant person behind the vision, and the empowerment of them. Now, in the era of the Industrial Revolution, where a lot of managers were required to bring order and efficiency to the workplace. Can you hear me? What's at the back? In the era of the Industrial Revolution, managers were needed to bring order and efficiency to the workplace. So what happened was that managers were very tough and stiff and difficult in their workplace. The reason, now we advise that leadership is not bosses. In our organization, we don't call our executive director boss, we call him leader. At best, we call him Jeff. Now, there is always a temptation to be slightly disrespectful. Let me just show this in. We are sure we could provide notepads. Now, we were developing a new training manual which had worksheets, as in plans which you write in. So we're sorry about that. What I advise is that you can write in the hand because it's yours. So if you want to put down any points in the handout, you are free to do that. Alright, thanks for understanding. Now, the more people call you boss, the temptation to disrespect people becomes high. Because you find yourself being adored and unnecessarily exalted far above, the position you find yourself. So at best, we call him Jeff, or we call him leader. Let people be able to relate to you as a human being. Are you with me? Let people